Welcome brick fans to the most eagerly anticipated brick set of 2025, possibly even the decade. What I'm going to do though before I carry on is move this box, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see me. Forget anything that Lego have produced this year, or maybe even over the last 5 years. Forget anything that they've got coming up. Even the Back to the Future DeLorean Speed Champions, which I must admit I have already pre-ordered. This set has been teased for what feels like forever. I think the first time I saw it online was back in February or March this year, and I've lost count the amount of DMs and people that have commented on my posts over the last few months asking, when is this set actually going live? Like I work for CADA or something. I don't. Although I am very, very grateful of the collaboration that I have. Over the last few months I've built the Yangwang U9, the AMG 1, the Mazda RX-7, which was a real favourite of mine, and then more recently the Lotus Exige, which if you've watched any of my videos so far you'll have seen that video. But this is on another level, I think, to any of those sets. Certainly on face value. Certainly been more anticipated. It's been more teased. Quite why it's taken so long to come to fruition, I don't know. It is arguably the most accurate representation of the production car of any of the sets CADA have produced, and let's be clear, almost all of their sets are a very accurate representation of the production car. But for some reason, this just hits a little bit different. Compared to its Lego compatriots, I would say, again, this is on a different level. Before I started getting into CADA models, my favourite set of my collection was the McLaren P1. And that, to this day, I still love. I still look at it in my collection and think that is a great looking set. I feel like with this, because of the details around the branding, the Michelin tyres, it just hits a different note, doesn't it? I mean, just look at it. Just look at this thing. I mean, if you're watching this video, you've probably already been watching the teasers on YouTube or anticipating this set for as long as I have. And when you consider more likely what the price point's going to be of this set, it's probably going to be a no-brainer. This is an unboxing video, so as I record this, I haven't started this build. I'm hoping to start it very, very soon. There are another couple in the collection sitting on the shelf. You know the score if you're a brick builder. That probably should be built before this, but the reality is they're probably going to wait and go on the back burner. When you first open this thing, what I love about what CADA have done brilliantly over the last year, probably longer than that actually, all the way back to the RX-7, but I think they really started to nail it with the AMG 1, was immersing you in the experience of the car, of the brand. And obviously Lego have always done that. Their 5 1/8 scale sets that they've released over the last 8 years or so have done that brilliantly. They give you a bit of history on the car, on the production model, and how the brick set compares and where the inspirations come from. And it really does immerse you in that experience of, for example, this car, AMG, Mercedes. CADA have matched Lego for me in every sense of that experience with this set. When you first open the box, you're presented with graphics that just immediately suck you in. They are, whether it's inside the box, on the outside of the box, they've really gone the extra mile, I think, with this set to immerse you in that world. And on this set, actually, there's only 3 boxes. On the past sets that I've built from CADA, there have been 4 boxes. The stages have been broken down in that way. It doesn't really matter because the stages are broken down into numbered bags. 1 to, I believe, 10 or 12 on this set. I haven't actually opened box 3 yet. I've only gone through box 1, which has stages 1 and 2 in it. At this point though, I'm not actually sure how this set is motorised. There is a set of operating instructions, a tiny little USB gadget, a couple of little junction boxes, but that's about all I've found. I haven't found any motors. All I know from looking at the instruction book is that the suspension is automatic, that you can operate that and put it up and down. But other than that, I'm not quite sure how it's motorised. So I'm going to have to dig a little bit deeper. You might be able to tell me, you may know more than I do. Please tell me in the comments if this is supposed to be a motorised set, because I haven't come across any motors. So unless they've found some fancy way of making it go forwards and backwards, I'm not sure what the situation is there. Maybe I'm overthinking it. If I'm honest, I kind of wish it wasn't motorised, because I actually prefer these sets just static. Once they're built, they're going to sit on my display like all my other CADA sets, looking super sexy. And they're certainly not going to be used as a radio control car. But anyway, I digress. When you dig in, take the boxes out of the inner box and you're presented with the instructions. Again, on this set, 2 books, whereas with all the previous sets, I think maybe the Yang Wang had 2, but certainly the Exige. Did the Exige have 2? I'm getting old, my memory's going. But you are presented with 2 books. In addition, you're presented with cardboard covers for those books. A nice little addition that hasn't been there on previous sets. So with every single set CADA release, they're just up in the presentation game. The books are brilliant, as ever. And when you first go through book 1, again, you're presented with an experience that, like I said with the box, immerses you in the AMG world. It just gets you in the mood to build this set. And alongside Lego, CADA are the only ones doing that. None of the other brick sets, probably because of the price point, probably because other makers want to keep the cost down, and therefore you lose that experience. But for me, when you consider the price point of these products and the way they are matching Lego pound for pound in so many areas, it wouldn't surprise me if this time next year sets like this are considerably more expensive than they are today, which is probably why we should get them in quick. First book opens up 12 plus pages of experience of AMG world mastery. And I normally don't look at that stuff. I normally just want to get straight on with the build. But actually, when you really immerse yourself in those pages, it just creates something. It gets you in the world. And I know a lot of people do like that. They like that presentation. So CADA have really tapped into that mindset of the builder petrol head. Open up box 1, which is the only box I've actually delved into so far, and you're presented with stages 1 and 2 as usual. The components for any motorized functions and any of the loose pieces that we need out throughout the entire build. I've sort of learned the hard way that I need multiple pots to build these sets, because unlike Lego, they don't give you the stages and just those pieces for that stage. Obviously you've got your black pins, long and short, various other pins and pieces that you will need throughout the build that can all go into one pot, but you need about 5 or 6 of them at any one time. That's probably the only thing I would say CADA could improve on with their build experience. And I've said this before, and I'll probably keep saying it. I would love, because of my limited build space and my limited build time, I would love it if they just broke down those stages as Lego does in individual 1, 2, 3, even if it meant there were 25 different bags, and just have the pieces for those individual stages in that bag. It means that you haven't got to have stuff out all over the place, and you can feel a sense of achievement getting a stage done in the space of maybe half an hour or so. With the CADA sets and all of the other alternatives, you do have to have quite a few pieces out at once, which means if you're limited on space, it can kind of take over the room a little bit, which my wife isn't best pleased about most of the time. So, was it worth the wait? Well, I've only unboxed it so far, I haven't even started it, but based on the previous CADA models I've built this year, especially the Lotus Exige, the most recent one, I would say that I've not looked forward to starting a set more than I have this one, probably ever. So I'm very eager to get going, very eager to give you a halfway stage review. Don't part with your cash just yet. Let me get cracking, and hopefully in the next week or so I'll be telling you exactly how good this set is. Stay tuned. Oh, and if you're not subscribed, you can tell that I'm crap at this and you do like watching the videos on these alternative sets, then drop a little subscribe down below and don't miss the next update.